Alright, let me make you one little promise before we start this video. If you stay with me until the end of this video, you will never look at AI image prompting the same way again. You'll stop getting random images. You'll stop getting images that don't match your story. You'll stop blaming the AI. And most importantly, you'll start getting images that look intentional, cinematic, and professional, even if you're a beginner. I'm not going to teach you tricks. I'm not about teaching you shortcuts. I'm about teaching you how to think when you prompt AI. And this is the same thinking filmmakers use, the same thinking designers and big creators use. So please, don't skip any part of this video. This is not because I want watch time, but because every part connects to the next in this video. If you skip one part, you will miss the full picture. Now let's begin. Welcome to my channel. This is Zero to Hero with AI. On this channel, I teach you how to swim in the AI river like a shark and make some cool cash into your account through freelancing, content creation, and little jobs here and there that can blow up your bank account in no time. Now, I want to start by telling you one biggest lie people tell about AI images. And a lot of people believe this lie. And the lie is that AI is bad at understanding ideas. Sometimes. That's not true. AI actually understands exactly what you tell it. But you know what the real problem is? Most people don't know how to explain visually. They know what they feel, they know what they imagine in their head, but they don't know how to describe it in a way a machine can understand. Don't forget, AIs are machines, right? Actually, it's not their fault because schools don't teach visual thinking. No one teaches you how to talk to machines, and that's why today's video exists. This video is for storytellers, filmmakers, YouTubers, short film creators, animators, designers, writers, thumbnail creators, marketers, and anyone using AI images to tell a story, or if you use AI images to explain something, show emotion, sell an idea, tell a story, or create a scene. This video is for you. So don't skip any part of it. The most important thing you must understand about AI is that they are not human. AI does not imagine, AI does not feel. They are not human like us. AI is more like a camera operator waiting for your instructions. I need you to clock this. Listen again. AI is more like a camera operator waiting for your instructions. If you say nothing clear to it, the camera points anywhere it sees. It's going to just be all over the place. But if you give it clear instructions, the camera will give you unimaginable images. So, your job is not to wish for a good image. Your job is to direct the camera. Now, this is where most people fail. They describe the character, the emotion, the environment. Yeah, they go as far as doing that, but they forget the camera. And today's video is going to be focusing majorly on how to direct the camera when prompting AI for a good image. The thing is, when you forget the camera, your AI starts guessing. And actually, when you leave your AI to guess, their guesses are usually average. I want you to know that camera angle answers one simple question, which is, from where are we seeing this scene? And that one decision can change everything about your image. Now, let me slow this down. When you watch a movie, you're not just seeing people, you see different things. You see close ups, you see wide shots, you see over the shoulder shots, you see low angles, you see high angles. You don't see random things. And this thing you see are chosen on purpose. And this purpose must have been chosen by the filmmaker or the camera director. the photographer, or whosoever. One thing I want you to know is that AI needs this same purpose. The same purpose they put into making film and it comes out the way it does, that we all enjoy watching it, seeing the wide shots, the close ups, over the shoulder shots, low angles, and high angles. Because imagine you're watching a movie and all the scenes in the movie are just close ups, or wide shots, or over the shoulder shots, or low angles, or high angles. It's going to be somehow, right? You're not going to enjoy it because it's going to feel too robotic. It's not going to be professional and you won't even enjoy watching such movie. So let me explain camera angles like you're a child. Now we're going to talk about close up. Close up means the camera is very close. When you tell your AI to give you a close up of a particular image, you see the face, you see the eyes, you see the emotions. Now, when do you use this? You use close up when someone is sad, someone is scared, someone is thinking, or someone is emotional. These are the best times to use close up. Now, example is you saying a close up shot of a woman, eyes filled with tears. Now, this tells the AI emotion is important here. Yes, we're not just all about the woman's face. We need the camera to show the woman's emotion. Now, another one is medium shots. The medium shot shows upper body, hands, posture. When you use this, you want someone, let's say you want someone, the camera to show someone talking, someone interacting, or someone reacting. Now, example is a medium shot of a man standing quietly. You get it? Now, the third one is full body slash wide shot. Now, this shows the whole person or the environment. You use this when setting matters, loneliness matters, and scale matters to you. Now, example is you saying a wide shot of a man standing alone on an empty road. We are not just going to see the man. We're going to see the man. He's going to be standing alone and he's going to be standing on an empty road. Meaning the man's image is going to be clear and the road he's standing on will be very clear as well. Now, another one is camera height. We need to talk about camera height because it's very important. Listen carefully. Camera height changes power. Camera height is actually very important because it changes power. It makes your image feel neutral, human, and real. We have the eye level camera height. The eye level camera height shows normal conversation, realism, and calm scenes. Now we have the low angle camera height. You can that's the low angle camera height is when the camera looks up. It makes the subject powerful, strong, and dominant. Imagine you when you want to show, say, hero moments, authority, or confidence. That is when you use low angle camera heights and the likes. Okay. Then we have the high angle camera heights. In this case, your camera looks down, and this makes the subject small, weak, and vulnerable. You can use this when you want to show fear, sadness, or loneliness. If you don't say this, AI is just going to choose randomly. So, after watching this video, do well to always include all this in your prompt to get the right and the best professional images for your storytelling or whatever it is you're generating images for. Now, another thing people forget is where the camera is facing, which is camera direction. We have the front view, we have the side view, and we have from behind. Each one tells a different story. For instance, you can say a rear view of a man walking away. That already feels emotion, right? It's showing you the man is walking away and it's showing the rear view. That means the camera is going to be capturing the man from behind, not the side not the front. Now, another thing we need to talk about is depth and focus. When you want to talk about the depth and focus of your camera, you need to keep it simple. You don't need technical words. Just say things like blurred background, shallow depth of field, sharp focus on face. And these simple things tells AI what matters most. Another one we need to talk about is light. Now, I want you to know that light is emotion. Light is not decoration, but emotion. We have the soft light, which shows gentleness. We have harsh light, which shows tension. We have dark light, which shows mystery. We have the warm light, which shows comfort, and the cold light, which can help you display sadness the right way. Always tell AI how the light feels. Now, another thing is stop writing like a robot. Most people write prompts like a shopping list. This is very wrong. Write like you're describing a scene to a friend. Short sentences and very clear ideas. Yeah, as simple as that. Another thing is, I need you to know that every good image prompt answers the following questions. A good image answers who is in the image, what are they doing or feeling, where are they, where is the camera, how is the light, and what style is it. All these are the things that instruct the AI to give you a professional and filmmaker level image. Nothing more. Now, let me give you an example of a bad prompt. You say things like a sad man, cinematic, 8K. Then a good prompt sounds like a close-up shot of a tired man, eyes looking down, standing alone in a dim room, soft light from the side, cinematic realism. I just put together everything I discussed earlier. And you're using same AI, but these two prompts are going will definitely give you different results. Now, who uses these skills? These skills is used by filmmakers, art creators, documentary makers, game designers, comic artists, novelists, YouTubers, and marketers. If you use visuals, this skill multiplies your work. It makes it professional, it makes it different. Now, this is why big creators win. They don't rush. They observe the results, they correct one thing, and they regenerate. They don't panic, they just simply direct the AI. Now, I need you to know that AI is a tool and you are the brain. Let me say this clearly to you. AI does not replace creativity, AI amplifies clarity. And if your idea is clear, AI will perform excellently for you. Now, my final advice to you is stop trying to sound smart, start trying to sound clear because clear will always beat complex every time when we talk about AI. And again, I made you a promise, and this is it. If you apply what you learned today, your images will improve, your storytelling will improve, your confidence will improve, not because AI changed anything in them, but because you are intentional enough to change something in you. Now, thanks for staying with me this far. And remember this, AI listens to you. So, do well to always speak clearly.